Hi everyone, good evening and thanks for joining in this section of my YouTube channel, Do It the Right Way. I still remain Lydia and with me here is Mr. Anna Stenberg, a journalist from Germany. Hi Han, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Hi, Lydia.
Thanks for joining today. So today we're going to be discussing about the overview of social media as a parcel for communication channels. And we're also going to be talking about the effect of YouTube as a social media platform, which is majorly used to convey video messages. So I'm just being that Anna has a lot of experience with all the stuff as a journalist, of course. So I'm just going to be asking you, Hannah, please, can you tell the audience an overview of social media as a parcel for communication channels?
So, obviously, social media has become more and more relevant over the last couple of years. So, what we've perceived is that more and more people are getting online in the first place worldwide. So, we've got billions of people who connect to the internet now every day. And with that comes obviously also an increased number of people who use social media. Also, worldwide, we've got numbers that go into billions already. So if you look then at the social media applications or platforms that are responsible for this increase, then you obviously end up with Facebook, which is the biggest social media company. But from my point of view, Facebook is not exclusively a social media company anymore. It has become a data collection company, so something that got so big that it is not, yes, controlled anymore by governments. It has become too big and too big to fail. It's become too big to regulate, because all the big tech companies at one point, they reach a point where they act without government regulations or without binding guidelines that they adhere to. And obviously, there's also a good side to social media, because it has enabled a lot of people to connect, to interact, to inform themselves about what is going on. It has also enabled people to create their own communication channels. So that is to say, if you live somewhere and you live maybe in a repressive country where the government is censoring information in media or has exclusively state-owned media, then it is good to have people that address the problems in the country when they make use of Facebook or YouTube, for example, because in this way they can reach a lot of people, and getting information out to the people is important. So this is one of the big benefits of social media. But what we also have to talk about in the future, now we're in 2021, we have to address the question in how far big tech companies can be controlled, because, as I said, they have become big entities that are acting in their own way. They're not bound by law anymore, and they've created their apps and their platforms in a way that it becomes addictive to a lot of people. Because if you scroll through your Instagram or your Twitter or even your Facebook, everything you do is scrolling down, and this downward pulling where you wait for something new to happen, this is highly addictive. And you don't know what will come, so you don't know what happens. Maybe it is something that is a gratification, so maybe likes coming in or comments, or maybe it's a new topic that might be interesting for you. So they are essentially slot machines. If you go to a casino and you pull like the lever, then the same thing happens. You don't know what is waiting for you, and maybe you win and maybe you don't. So obviously, if you talk about social media, there are two sides to the coin, and I think societies worldwide have to clarify for themselves in how far they want to still make use of social media, and obviously put pressure on the governments, because there have been censorships, there have been repressive governments like in Vietnam or Bangladesh or Tunisia, where um, people that address problems in the country have been shut down, or their accounts at least have been shut down. People have been sent to prison, have been arrested only because they criticize the government. And from my point of view, it is highly important for a democracy to respect legitimate criticism of public action, of political action. And the social media platforms like Facebook, as I said, have to be held accountable for that too.
Thank you so much, Hannah, for throwing light on the overview of social media. And this leads us to the second question I'll be asking you for today. And it's going to be like, what is the effect of YouTube as a social media platform that is majorly utilized for video messages, like conveying video messages?
So as I said before, I think it's a really good thing that we have something like YouTube. Obviously, there are problems, but in the first place, I think it is good that people can create their own content. Everybody can become a journalist, so everybody can point to problems and scandals in countries or in regions. So basically, I try to see the positive side. And if you're in a country where there's exclusively state-owned media or repression or censorship, this is highly important. But obviously, there's also a flip side, a danger to YouTube being utilized in a way that it is used to spread hate messages or to spread conspiracy theories, because the business model of YouTube is to keep you on the platform as long as they'd like. So always offering new videos and keeping you in the same topics. So there's this autoplay function, which I think is highly debatable, at least. So if you watch a video, then the video ends and you've got the next proposition of videos, and sometimes they even start directly. So you don't get out of this channel and you cannot look right and left anymore because you're stuck in YouTube. And obviously what they want to achieve with this is generating ad revenue. So YouTube is belonging to Google. And what they do every year is like skyrocketing revenue from advertising. So from my point of view, what is important for Google and for YouTube is to respect, again, human rights, and to respect respect facts. So that is to say that hate messages and right-wing extremism should not have a place on YouTube, because what we've seen over the last couple of years, especially in Europe and the USA, was radicalization that took part via YouTube, where people got radicalized and where they got more and more stuck in their ideological worldview, where they felt like they should act against a invisible threat. But I think this kind of communication trade that YouTube offers is highly dangerous. So we have to keep in mind that it is both the algorithm that is the problem here and the people. So it's not exclusively the algorithm and it's not exclusively the people, but both in context intertwined. So I think we all have to be aware that YouTube is not like something where you have editorial processes where content is being reviewed and where there's a discussion. So everybody can post what they want, essentially, as long as you don't get too offensive in your language. But still, content moderation obviously then is a big topic. And as you said, I'm from Germany, and this year we're going to have the elections in September. And with the restrictions posed by the pandemic, I think the electoral campaigns of the parties are going to be on YouTube too. So to find a place to communicate with voters or possible voters, and this is why I think we should all keep that in mind when it comes to talking about YouTube.
Wow, that's a lot. Thanks so much. It means a lot. So viewers, that's it on today's section on the YouTube channel about the social media overview and the YouTube as a means of conveying video messages. So thank you so much, Hannah, for your time. And
thank you. You're welcome.
So viewers, just please, you can like the video, share the video, click on the notification button so you can know when I post new videos, and please don't forget to subscribe also. That's very important. Thanks so much. Bye.
Bye.